Hello, everybody. Jason Eggert here with Edmentum, Partnership Manager in Illinois. Thanks for tuning in here to our YouTube channel video. Today, I want to talk with you a little bit about running reports, specifically weekly progress reports. So I'm going to jump right here into the program so that you can get a feel. Menu, this is your landing page, right? So menu. From there, you will go to reports. And again, reports, lots of different reports that are available. And one of the things that I wanted to point out to you here right on the screen is that you can see all of the current reports that you've run as of late. You can also see any upcoming reports that you have, perhaps recurring, and we'll get into that here in just a second. Weekly progress report, though, specifically is what we're here to talk about today. And the weekly progress report is fantastic for, say, running some individual goal setting conversations, whether it's in a credit recovery scenario or in a first-time credit acquisition setting, a blended learning setting, right? Anytime that the students are working independently, this is a great way for you to have that conversation with students about what it is that they've accomplished week over week within the digital curriculum here in Edmentum Courseware. So I'm going to create a report. I'm going to call this our algebra. Actually, no, I'm going to call this our academic success weekly progress recurring. Little tip there, if you are going to make this a recurring report that's going to generate automatically, a nice tip here is to put that recurring in there, or something that lets you know that this is going to be one that is going to continue to be generated for you on a regular basis. If you want to run it one time, you can always run a report one time as well. And then you can always put, a nice tip there would be to just put the date, right, that you would be running that specific report. Weekly progress report is what we're going for. I can click on that view sample and I can get a feel for any one of those reports that are available to you in Edmentum Courseware. Again, great for individual goal setting. You can see here, Erica, she's in a few different courses. Actually, no, this one is specific to English 10, right? So she can see that she's right on pace. Actually, she's ahead of pace. She can see week over week what her progress has been. She can see each individual activity that she's completed. She can see, and you can see, time on task, grades that were earned. Perhaps she exempted herself out of some of the content based on her performance on a pretest. And again, week over week, right? So that was week 1, week 2, week 3, right? So she can see that she's stayed on pace, ahead of pace for the last 3 weeks. One thing that I wanted to point out to you too, which is nice, you can actually choose if you want to show just the current grade for the student in the course, or you can show both the current and the full course grade. Again, the difference is that in here, current grade would be what she has earned, these scores, on the activities that she's completed so far. The course grade would be if she decided to all of a sudden stop in this particular course and not complete any other activities. She can also see time on task, not only broken down by the activities for this English 10 course, but also the cumulative weekly time on task. So again, this is what the report's going to look like. So I'm going to go ahead and choose that. Go to my next step. I'm going to browse the course directory. You can run it by course or you can run it for each individual student. As I said, I'm going to do the academic success. I can see how many enrollments that I have. I can see the number of instructors and so on. But again, these would be any of the sections that you have assigned to you in Edmentum Courseware. Next step, and you can see along the left-hand side here, it just gives you that step-by-step, right? It kind of walks you through what's coming as you're generating this report. You can, again, run this one time, or you can make this recurring. And I'm going to make this recurring because, again, I want to use this for conversations with students. So I'm going to run it weekly. I'm going to start it today. I'm going to end it here at the end of this, what would be the end of the school year. So May, and I think I'm going to have it run at 7 a.m. so that's ready to go first thing in the morning for me. Click that next step. Again, here's where you can choose. You can display the current grade and the course grade, or just one or the other, either the current grade or the course grade only. Now, here's what's nice too, is that you can actually type a note in here, which will show up on the report. So we will use these during individual goal setting conferences. Click that next step. and I can go ahead and generate that report. And what we can see here is that, oh, I actually had this starting on March 31st. Whoops. So actually, as you can see here now, it's going to come up here in an upcoming report. Okay. Now let's go back here and I can show you what a weekly progress report would look like. Once that progress report, weekly progress report is generated, it's going to show up here. It's going to show up when it was run. Here's your details along the right-hand side of the screen. And then I can go ahead and download that right here. And one thing that I wanted to point out to you as well, you can download that. It'll come through as a PDF. You can print it, attach it to an email, send it to parents, email to students, email to a school counselor, anyone who it has a vested interest in the student's progress within their Edmentum Courseware courses. One thing here, again, you can edit those and you can go back and you can generate this exact same report later on down the road. So even if you want to make it, maybe you think it's going to be a one-time report, but then you realize that it's going to be something that you're going to do over and over again. This report stays here. You can always edit it. You can go back, you can change the criteria if you want to, and you can generate that once again for your students. So again, weekly progress report. Why do you want to use a weekly progress report? Great for individual goal setting conversations, great for students to be able to see progress, great communication tool to be able to push that out to students, to other faculty members, to administrators, parents, grandparents, whomever, right? Whoever would be interested in how the student is performing in their Edmentum courseware. Once again, folks, my name is Jason Eggert, and please reach out to either myself or Kevin Gallman, my colleague here in Illinois, with any questions, any needs. Please make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're going to continue to upload clips just like this as we move forward. So thanks again for your time, and I hope that you have a great day.